So Susan has sent us a lovely testimony, and Barbara is going to read that on her behalf. So hopefully she's online and we can wave at her.
And in this testimony, you're going to hear her be thankful for the names of people who you don't know, because they're people that she knows virtually. So the same way that the people who are virtual with us don't know all of us, we don't know all of them personally, but we are one body. So here it goes. Susan's words. My journey to St. Luke's Sacred Community began with a class on sacred ground. My sister Karen told me about this class she was taking on Zoom. I told her I was interested. Well, I was definitely interested in the information, but to be honest, I was more interested in seeing my sister and her partner Michael every week. The class went way beyond my expectations. Yes, I learned a lot. Yes, I loved seeing and hearing my family members every week, but I didn't realize how much I missed sharing ideas with a community that supported the same values and interests as my own. We all loved the class, and when the pilgrimage was offered in the spring, I eagerly signed up. But wait a minute. This subject was very different and more personally challenging. Now I was forced to grapple with issues I had put aside for years. I had grown up in a church family. My father was an Episcopal priest. When I moved to my tiny mountain community in Southern California, I had eagerly gone to different churches to find a spiritual home. Though they were lovely people, I just am not evangelical. My family values are a little less ideological than a conventional conservative. I truly believe in an inclusive, diverse community, and I really do want a church with a brain. After some years, I finally connected with an Episcopal church in Bakersfield through a dear friend. Even though it was a bit of a commute, I happily attended this church for many years. I sang in the choir, my children were baptized and attended Sunday school there. Then, the Diocese of San Joaquin seceded from the Episcopal Church over two issues I could not ignore: LGBTQ people and women priests. Can you imagine our church without Canon Britt? Without the ministry of Mother Hilary, the work of Father Mike with the homeless, or the fellowship with Teresa? We will never know the extent of the loss to the Central Valley community caused by a rigid interpretation of theology. As for me, I became what my brother Michael calls a chiester. I would only go to church service on Christmas and Easter. Things had gone on this way for years until that Zoom class and COVID. In the face of devastating tragedy and fear, St. Luke's had to convert to an online community, and consequently gathered in people from literally the far corners of the country, Southern California and Florida, as well as people like my sister who are sometimes physically unable to participate. We all had to learn to use Zoom. And in this way, I became connected to this wonderful community. It took another year and a sponsorship from my sister to officially commit to join the church. But I finally feel at home. Canon Britt and the congregation have been wonderful about continuing to include the onliners. I appreciate the Zoom church with a friendly wave on Sunday. I look forward to the gratitude gathering next week and have now joined a weekly prayer meeting. And there is some sort of spiritual radar going on. I was feeling restless because I couldn't physically participate more in the life of the church. Oh, be careful what you wish for. I was asked to do a video testimonial, me, the woman whose selfies are a family joke. I suddenly had an appreciation for Moses when he asked, "Why me, Lord?" My brother and sister are both more qualified for this task. So here I am, asking you to help support a community that has even won the respect of my snarky college student son, because this church practices what it preaches. It actually works to provide for the needs of all, even the neediest and the voiceless in the community. That's a tall order, and it's not always easy to find the money. One of the few disadvantages of retirement is loss of income. In my case, my gross income has been cut in half. And I was actually worried I would have to reduce my financial support to church. Sometimes God provides in weird ways. In my case, lower taxes. So I ask you to support the church so it can continue to do the work Jesus asked us to do, supporting the sick, feeding the hungry, sheltering the homeless, and reaching out to the stranger, including this one from Southern California. Thank you.